I personally love the way minimalism changed my life for the better. Not only because it simplified my life a lot, but also because it made me start living more frugally, making me save a lot of money, and also more intentionally, making me appreciate the simple things way more than I used to. In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you my top hacks, habits, tips, whatever you want to call them, to make your life more simple and frugal, but still a very valuable and happy one. When it comes to food, you want to shop your pantry first. Before thinking you have nothing to eat and run to the closest grocery store, check your fridge and your pantry and see if there's something in there that you can use to make a recipe or two out of. Because most of the time, there is something in there. On top of that, this is something that I said like a bajillion times already on the channel and on my social media. You want to cook at home as much as possible. Cook your meals at home as much as you can and bring them with you wherever you're going. To work, to school, to the gym, to the park, on the go. It doesn't have to be something super complicated. You can stick to simple recipes that you know how to cook and that you enjoy, and then just rotate between them. Treat yourself to a library card. I love reading. I've always loved reading since I was a child, but I still remember my trips to bookstores in which I wanted at all costs to leave with some new reads and ended up buying something just because. I still like buying books from time to time, not very often, but I still do buy them. Having a library card made my life so easy and so cheap as well. Just by 10 euros per year, 10 euros, which is a fraction of the price that I would have paid if I would have bought one single new book or even a bunch of books at the secondhand bookshop. I can still read whenever I feel like, as much as I feel like, and just for 10 euros per year, which is nothing. And considering that my library also supports the Overdrive app, which I talked about in a previous favorites video, I can also borrow ebooks, which is fantastic. If I happen not to really like the book that I'm currently reading, I can just simply return it. No fuss, no regrets, and no money wasted. Refresh your wardrobe with capsule wardrobes, or in a quicker and easier way through wardrobe challenges. So if you don't want to commit to a capsule wardrobe, you can try out a bunch of wardrobe challenges. What I really like about these challenges and the capsule wardrobe itself also, it's the fact that it's not really required to buy new clothes in the first place. So you don't have to buy things first before doing these things, but you can work with what you have, and eventually you can later on, when you learn something, what you are in need of, what you don't need, you can buy things later. But doing these challenges is a great way to learn more about your wardrobe and your style, and to make much more use out of the clothes you already have. I personally seen that since I started doing capsule wardrobes, and on top of that challenges, I am way more excited about my wardrobe. And because I'm more excited about my wardrobe and I appreciate my clothes way more, it feels exciting to wear my clothes, like if I was wearing something new. So I highly recommend trying capsule wardrobes out if you still haven't, or if you've been living under a rock, because for the past couple of years, everyone is talking about capsule wardrobes. If you don't want to commit to capsule wardrobes, then like I said, you can just try simple wardrobe challenges that usually are about a week, 10 days, a month. There's a whole different types on the internet, so you can definitely Google and try things out. If you really happen to be in need of some new clothes, then you can turn to my personal favorite options: clothing swaps and thrift stores. Clothing swaps are so much fun. They're usually free events, or for my personal experience, they require a very tiny entry fee, 1 or maximum 2 euros, I believe I paid for. Everybody brings their unwanted clothes, and you can just simply swap them with people. So you not only you get rid of things that you don't use or like anymore, but you can come home with a bunch of new clothes, and it's really fun. You can get to know and chat with new people, and if you're lucky enough, that you can find things that otherwise you wouldn't have found by going into a regular store. Clothing swaps are becoming more and more popular, so you can definitely find some in your area. If you don't, then organize one with your friends or family members. And again, thrift stores are a great source of, I don't know, gems and exciting things to find. You can find so many unique, quirky pieces at the thrift store, but also basics and designer pieces as well for a very cheap price. So I always highly recommend checking thrift stores. I personally always check thrift stores before eventually buying something new, because you never know what you're going to find. Instead of buying your favorite drink, coffee, tea, iced latte, smoothie, every day at the cafe or at the bar, make it your own. Just make it yourself at home. Pour it into your to-go cup or to-go container and just bring it with you wherever you're going. The cool thing is that you can totally custom made it. You can make it as you want, as much as you want, without breaking your wallet. Be a tourist in your own town. I personally love, from time to time, whenever I have some free time, to, be excited about the town I'm living in and try to eventually explore areas I don't know very well or areas I haven't been to in a while, and try to look everything with fresh new eyes and through a new perspective, I would say. It just makes you appreciate the little things way more, and eventually you can try this out too. It's something that's, yeah, it makes you more excited about the place you're living in, and you can also eventually bring the to-go drink I was mentioning earlier. So bringing your own drink and exploring your town with different fresh new eyes, it just makes you feel like you're treating yourself to a day trip somewhere else. Organize meetups with your friends at home, or now that the weather is getting warmer and nicer, at least in the northern hemisphere of the world, in the park or at the beach. It doesn't have to be something fancy or particularly expensive, but you can just simply organize meetups with friends or family members. Everyone can bring something to drink or to eat, and there you have it. You can spend time with the ones you love and create some new memories without, again, breaking your wallet. And if you're looking for new friends, you can always attend free meetups. Basically, you can just look online, you can type meetup and your city, or I believe that there's a bunch of websites that you can check, and there are a lot of things happening out there, and all of them are free. I personally attended a while back a free zero waste meetup here in Berlin, and it was very nice. I got to chat with some lovely people. I made myself a couple of new friends, and it was completely free. And I got to, again, have a stroll around a part of town which I don't go very often. So it was definitely nice, and I highly recommend trying it out. Try to DIY as much as possible. It might be beauty products, recipes, basic ingredients that you can use for those recipes, gifts for others, cleaning products, everything. There's something so magical about doing things yourself. It doesn't have to be something super complicated or something that is going to suck up a lot of your time. You can just start with very simple things, and it might not turn out the very first time you try something new that well or as well as you expected. But once you get the hang of it, then it just feels great. You know that you made something yourself, so not only you saved money, but there's something much more enjoyable in doing things yourself. And finally, this is probably my favorite: the joy of missing out. There is so much going on in these days, so many happenings, so many events, so many things to do. It seems like our to-do lists are getting longer and longer. I personally get overwhelmed just by the fact that I know that I have a long to-do list to tackle. It just makes me feel, I don't know, sometimes it just scares the crap out of me, knowing that there's a lot of things happening, there's a lot of events and things out there. I can't attend all of them. I can't do everything. So sometimes I really love the feeling to miss something out, knowing that there is something somewhere out there happening and I'm not there. I just can focus on myself, relax, and enjoy the quiet normality of my home. It's just something, It doesn't have to be, again, something particularly fancy. I can just hang out with babe on the couch and we can just watch a TV series that we're enjoying at the moment. And that's it. It doesn't have to be fancy, but it's as simple as it is. To some people, it might sound boring. For me, it sounds amazing. I personally like the fact that sometimes I can just forget the world outside and enjoy my cozy nest, I would say. It doesn't feel like I'm giving up on something, or it doesn't feel like I am forbidding myself to enjoy something, but it actually feels great. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to check my Instagram and my blog. I actually changed a few things on my blog, so you want to check it out. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye!